How's everybody doing, man? Vindication. I told all you goddamn Trump supporters that Shitty Cakes was fucking worse than goddamn Epstein. Like, he's running his own goddamn island. Jared Kushner's fucking running it, people. And lo and behold, a goddamn fucking victim of Trump's came forward. They said they got goddamn tapes from Epstein Island. There's a whole bunch of women that have tapes from Epstein Island that involve Trump. I've talked to a bunch of the women. They tell me he's the most diabolical dumb bitch that ever went to that fucking island. Fact. Jeffrey Epstein said it in his emails, but I'm telling you, the victims come in my goddamn field because they want to be prayed over because of what the fuck happened to them. I've met many of them. I don't even know how many fucking many I've met. The reality, I mean, hundreds, people, hundreds. That's how many people that Donald Trump has affected. Hundreds of goddamn people. And somebody's come out. I just saw I was just doom scrolling. Saw somebody's come out and said that they got goddamn tapes on Donald Trump. There's a lot of tapes out there, truth be told, people, but not everybody wants to let them out yet. But it doesn't really matter because Shitty Cakes is dead. Shitty Cakes is dead as fuck, people. All you goddamn Trump supporters painting your goddamn paintings and putting them on goddamn Facebook and all that fuck shit. Fuckers are under idol worship of a goddamn kid diddling, pussy snatching pedophile. I said what I said. Don't give one fuck what anybody thinks about it. I'm not gonna ever debate it with you. You're a fucking weirdo. Top tier weirdos. Whole goddamn clique's a weirdo ass clique. All of everybody. Everybody's a weirdo ass clique. So, on to things that really fucking matter. People that don't matter are goddamn rapists and kid diddlers. That's who the fuck doesn't matter. So we're going to talk about some shit that does fucking matter. Because I'm still sitting out in the rain, people. I'm still in the rain. Because goddamn the heavens opened up for Inky and God. And I want to talk to you about. There's some sayings that I want to connect for people, for the root origin of where these sayings came from. There's a saying, maybe one day we'll dance in the rain, or maybe we can dance in the rain. That's a saying. Literally, it's saying that, hey, maybe we can dance before we die, because in the line of we're going to say faithful servants. That includes prophets, that includes goddamn watchers, because it rains when we die. It always does. It always does. Then you go to your indigenous people and you go to your Native Americans. What do they have? Whether it be in Africa, whether it be in the Americas, they've got a rain dance. It's an honor. It's a celebration, people. When a prophet goes to heaven, or a prophet's he's been a faithful servant, when a watcher's been a faithful servant, the heavens open up to welcome them. And with that, the earth experiences a cleansing. And then it experiences fertility. A land is blessed. When a prophet goes up to heaven, the land that welcomes the prophet becomes blessed with fertility. But with that, whenever one dies, the world experiences rain, and it's a cleansing that must happen. It's a cleansing of sin, because the prophets carry the sin with them. That's why we're built like shit brick houses, because we carry the goddamn world. We carry the weight of the world. We carry the sin of the world. So there's a cleansing that occurs when we pass on, when our vessel leaves. Now with that, I'm going to go on to something. There's a lot of people, man, and it's a sad thing. There's a lot of cultures that remain close, but specifically the American culture and the Anglo-Saxon culture, the Caucasian culture, we get in these goddamn petty tiffs, people, amongst our siblings all the time. And I was just sitting with a friend, and she was talking to me about the fact that she has a family member in a nursing home. And every time I've ever seen her after she visits this family in a nursing home, She's very emotional. She's being driven by emotion, people. And that's just simply something that females do. I've walked the planet as a female. I've walked the planet as a male. I've had many a siblings. I've had many a siblings through these cycles, hundreds, people. And so I understand the dynamics. I'm a people watcher. And what it is, and what happened ultimately is she has brothers that are from out of town, and they came in town and they went to visit their mother in a nursing home, but they didn't include her. And you have to show people grace, people. Everybody's going through something. Whenever you have siblings, understand there's nobody walking the earth that shares a similar experience to you as a child other than your sibling. It's a very unique experience to bury a sibling, because they're the only people on the planet that share your experience. And so whenever you have a parent that has to go into a hospice situation or an end of time care, that's tough on everybody. You're losing a mother, you're losing a father. It's not an easy thing for anybody. And when that happens, when a person goes into something and they're led by emotion, understand a lot of logic goes out the window, people. A lot of logic goes out the goddamn window. And men are very logical. Men have the ability to detach and to see logic in things. That's why we're problem solvers. And so when a person comes into a situation and they're creating a problem, but the problem cannot be resolved, that's very stressful to any man, a sibling, whatever. You have to show grace, and you have to understand. You have to keep your composure in these times. You simply do. And it's not that your brothers dislove you. It's that your brothers, they got their own shit happening too. And the reason I say this is this whole thing was led up to another statement. Her brother was getting a divorce, or had just recently gotten a divorce. And so you're busting his balls. That right there tells you that he had other things going on in his life. He didn't need the conflict that was unresolvable. So he chose to keep his sanity. He chose to simply go there and visit his mother in private. Now, I understand why she might be offended. I understand that. But at the same time, he has a family to take care of. He has a job to go to, and he's getting a divorce. He's got all these fucking things going on. It's not an excuse for why he did it, but it helps you understand why a person might do that. A lot of times with logical people, they have a tendency of being able to put themselves into other people's shoes. Okay, they're able to see oftentimes every side of a problem. And so that allows them to come to the best and clearest solution, because they're able to see it from every angle that's involved. But when you have emotional people, they're not driven by logic. So it's very difficult for them to understand where somebody else's perspective, or where their feelings, or where they're just positioned at. And so when it comes to these situations, you have to show people grace, because ultimately where she was coming from is she hadn't talked to one of her brothers. And that's a shame. That's the real, the heart-wrenching part of the story. And so I say this to tell you, man, show grace. You only have, there's nobody walking the planet that shares a similar background to you other than your siblings. The world's a lonely place. I don't have any siblings. The person that I grew up being told was my sister was actually my mother. There's a 16-year difference, and she's no longer here. So I don't have anybody like that. And the reality is I'm from a very small family. The world gets lonely. So you need to understand, when God gives you a blessing, when he gives you somebody that you can lean on, or somebody that you can call, but then you allow your pride and ego and pettiness to get in the way, so that you lose that connection to that person, the only people that you share a similar experience to on this entire planet. Set your shit aside, people. It's not that deep. It seems deep in the moment, man, but it's not that deep, because mom and dad's they're gonna pass. They're going to pass, people. That's just the way it is. That's the way it works, people. Your parents, you bury your parents. Your parents aren't supposed to bury the children. The children are to bury the parents. And so when it's said and done, you eventually you don't have your parents anymore. But you still have your siblings. Set the bullshit aside, people. Set it aside. Step back and use a little bit of common sense and logic and see it, try to see it from other people's perspective. Understand, just because they don't tell you about what's going on in their life doesn't mean they don't have shit going on. Doesn't mean they're not carrying the weight of the world. Everybody has their own trauma. Everybody has their own shit that they're fucking dealing with out there, man. Step back and show grace. Show grace and give people forgiveness. Because a lot of times in the moment, they don't necessarily know what they're even doing. They don't. They're just trying to make it through a difficult situation the best way that they know how. And sometimes that means that they might not want to go see their mother with one of the siblings. It doesn't mean that they fucking don't love their sibling. It means that they're trying to get through a difficult situation and they recognize that it might be more difficult with some of the siblings there. And so they just opt to go by themselves. It's not that they're fucking just saying, fuck you. They're not. They're just trying to make it through a difficult situation, people. So show grace and forgive them because they're the only people that share the same background as you.